Welcome back to another video, ladies and gentlemen. I almost said folk. I almost said folk like my old one. But sending out a lot of love to you. Today we have what your favorite D&D weapon says about you. So this is by Blaine and Simple. Blaine, if you want me to take down my video, I have no problem doing that. And yeah, let's just begin. Is this at the beginning? Yeah, we're good to go.
The patrons voted for it. I'm sure you all want to see it. What your favorite D&D weapon says about you. You guys seem to really like that last video, so let's keep the ball rolling. But first, are you looking for a new way to spice up your D&D games? Bam! Anime into D&D homebrew packs released every month on Patreon. We got monsters, magic items, new races, and more. Although the packs are based around anime, the quality and balancing of every sheet rivals even the player's handbook, and can be brought into almost any campaign setting without being immersion breaking or cringe. Almost all the art is custom made, so trust me when I say these packs are high quality. You can check out the homebrew using the link down below. And with
That's
that
pretty
said,
cool,
let's get
though.
right on with the video. Alright, every weapon, every stereotype, starting with a club and ending with a net. We're only taking a look at the weapons in the player's handbook for today, so feel free to fill up the comment section with your own stereotypes for laser cannons and rifles. This is
Laser cannons and rifles. So I just wanted to do a quick point out, and I'm going to do it in multiple reaction videos just so people know. I'll be pausing again, like, pausing multiple times throughout the video, because to me it's my way of being like transformative. I enjoy it. I like pausing and actually showing that I'm caring what I'm talking about, rather to watch it all the way through. And I'll probably combine the elements, but just letting you know, I may pause here and there to talk about it, and then I'll talk fully at the end.
This is what your favorite D&D
But
weapon
let's go.
says about you.
I gotta get a player's
Club.
handbook.
Your character recently lost all of their weapons and had to settle with whatever was around. Dagger. You haven't figured out yet that short swords are better for combat. The most action your blade gets is cutting rope and getting concealed into taverns. Great club. You like this weapon because it's cheap, not because it's viable. Your DM also flavors large tree branches into improvised great clubs. Hand axe.
I won't
You
pause
like
here.
to dual wield your weapons, and rogue is your least played class. If your character is poor, then it's going to take the end of the world for you to ever decide to throw one of them. Javelin. Your character has more than one of these. After a time, you just stopped bothering to pick them up after combat. Mace. You keep this weapon around to deal with skeletons. Quarterstaff. You're a spellcasting class who will never actually attack with this weapon, or a monk. Sickle. You just picked this weapon because it looked cool. Because of that, you're the best role player at your party's table. Spear. You're not an actual player character. You're a town guard. Light crossbow. You like heavy crossbows more, but your newest character wasn't skilled enough to use one. Dart. You like this weapon because it's cheap. Short bow. You're only using this weapon because longbows are too expensive or difficult to use. Sling. For anyone who hasn't played older D&D editions, you had to Google what this weapon looked like. Battle axe. You're trying to get the most benefits out of a weapon without spending more than 10 gold. Flail. There's only one reason why you like this weapon, and that's because it's cheap and lightweight. Why else would you like it? Glaive. Someone could hand you a halberd and you wouldn't be able to tell the difference. Great axe. You enjoy rolling big numbers and dislike the greatsword for no particular reason. Greatsword. You like the sound 2 dice make when they hit the table over 1. Halberd. Someone could hand you a glaive and you wouldn't be able to tell the difference. Lance. You own a horse that gets killed or lost every other session. Longsword. This is actually everyone's favorite weapon, but they're either too shy or inexperienced to admit it. Maul. You realize just how much cheaper mauls are over greatswords, and never bought another oversized knife again. Morningstar. You're edgy. You refuse to admit that longswords are generally better. Pike. You like to poke people from 10 feet away and save a bit of money while you're at it. That is, until you reach your carrying capacity, then your pike is the first thing to go. Rapier. You're playing a rogue with the dual wielder feat. Scimitar. You'll pay a little extra money for this weapon just so you can finally stop using short swords. Short sword. You know very well that there's no better light weapon out there for the price. Trident. Your character's either half fish or half devil. Either way, javelins were getting boring and you wanted something cooler to throw. Warpick. You wanted to buy a Swiss Army knife, but they only came in industrial size. Warhammer. You have an IQ higher than 189. Why? Because you noticed that warhammers are 1 pound lighter than long swords, making them better.
Wait.
Whip. Indiana Jones. Anyone who uses this as a weapon is purely flexing. Blowgun. You don't like rolling dice. Hand crossbow. You have more money than you know what to do with. Also, you grab the crossbow expert feat. Heavy crossbow. You like doing as much damage as possible with a single shot. Longbow. You're sick and tired of enemies being too far away to hit. And last but not least, the net. The party got a quest to deal with a bunch of giant rats in someone's basement, but wanted them
Luckily,
to be
you
kept
had
alive.
the net.
And that's about it. If you guys enjoyed, then definitely subscribe so more D&D content shows up on your homepage. Like the video so I know if this series is worth continuing, and I'll see you all in the next one.
Shout out to Blaine. Yeah, okay, let's go back through. If I'm going to remember, I'm not going to remember what he said about every single one, but I kind of remember the club. So the club was if you had nothing else, like characters starting out with nothing. Okay, I could see that. You know why? You start out with a club in Dark Souls, so that's what instantly made me think about this. When you pick the deprived class, you literally start in your underwear with a fucking club. So that's accurate. That's accurate. I like that. Now with the dagger, damn, it's a small knife. You use it like one. This sucks. I feel like daggers don't get a lot of love. And I'm of course, my knowledge is coming from outside of D&D, and not like I've learned a lot of D&D now, but I mean like drawing it from my video game experience. I feel like daggers don't get enough love. We need some overpowered daggers. There are some. The only dagger that I remember coming in contact with, real quick, I'll wave my hand. Spoilers, and then I won't spoil. When I wave my hand again, I'm not spoiling. So in campaign 2, if you guys, let me explain what I'm spoiling. Critical Role, campaign 2. So yeah, wait, okay, we gotta restart. Shit, we gotta restart. Okay, I'm spoiling something in campaign 2. So if you want to watch Critical Role campaign 2, don't listen to this part, but listen after my hand's done if you want. Okay, so Not their rogue that Sam Riegel plays, a rogue named Not, and she, at the time she's Veth after this, but she gets actually comes in contact with 2 daggers. They all do technically, and we're deciding what the daggers could be used for. And one of the first dagger was the dagger that can lock any keyhole it's put into. It's locked indefinitely. Which would have been cool about it is you can't break the door down, but I don't think they've ever come across a moment where they had to, or they could break the door down behind it. But yeah, if you put the dagger in the door, it cannot be unlocked. That was a cool dagger, but I don't know how strong it was. Then there's a dagger currently that she has. I don't know if it's still on her or attuned to her, but she has the dagger that's poisoned or does extra necrotic damage or something too, and it's pretty cool. But there's that dagger, and I was like, oh, those are sick. But yeah, other than that, not much. Spoilers done. Okay, so Great Club. It's a big stick. What did he say
It's
about
viable.
this one?
Gildan's Great Club. You like this weapon because it's cheap, not because it's viable.
Oh, you like it because it's... Wait.
Tree branches into improvised great clubs. Hand
Okay. Hand axe. I think hand axes are alright too. Not much I'm gonna really say about hand axes. I kind of want to get. I'm trying to get to the spear. No lie. Javelins. I don't really hear about too many people using javelins. One reason, because haven't seen too many people use javelins. We get to the mace. Mace instantly. And you said you like to do extra damage against skeletons. Is that what it was? That also makes me think of how in Dark Souls you start as a cleric and you have a mace. So yeah, I don't know. I just thought, is a mace just the holy weapon? Now quarterstaff. That is funny. Nice. I wanted to nice. That was great. Yeah, I noticed the cleric. A cleric in a certain thing I watch has just, you tried to hit with it and it just doesn't work. My character, my paladin, I actually did this whole little backstory where I said the sickle kind of looks like a crescent moon, and my paladin was like a paladin of something of the moon, and I picked a sickle to also be edgy, look sick, be cool, role play, yada yada. Now, only NPCs like this. I am standing with the people who want a spear. A spear is a dope weapon. I'm gonna make a character with a spear now. Spears are dope. How are you sleeping on spears? Nah, but it's all jokes. I love it though. The hand-me-downs, the short bow. I gotta, yeah. The sling only OGs remember. What is the sling from?
The editions, you had to Google what this weapon looked like. But anyone who hasn't played older D&D editions, you had to Google what this weapon looked like.
Oh, we didn't play the older editions. Now, I don't think everybody for the flail, everybody would know who this anime character is, but I'm assuming Blaine's fans would. I don't even know who this is. I watch a lot of anime. Damn. I probably would hear the character's name or recognize it after and be like, I'm super slow. But yeah, Great Axe, pretty cool. Fire. Greatsword. The Greatsword kind of reminds me of what did I use a Greatsword in? I guess these remind me of Great Weapons Fighter and Neverwinter, but dang, I don't know what I used. What did I use a Greatsword in? I want to say RuneScape. Lances, I love lances. I can't remember a game I used a lance in too. Why does it feel like it was AQ World? There was some game I used a lance in. But lances are kind of like a spear. What did he say about the lance? Let's see.
You own a horse that gets killed or lost every other session. Longsword.
Yeah, halberd, and there was a halberd and the glaive, right? Or the same thing? Wait, was the Morningstar? The Morningstar kind of reminds me of a mace, just a mace with spikes. Pike, cheap, heavy, yeah. Scimitar, now scimitars remind me straight of RuneScape. You get the little rune simi. I know you guys remember that. And then trident, and if you don't play RuneScape, like play RuneScape, not don't play RuneScape. Okay, that's it for me. Trident, trying to be edgy. Can't cosplay Aquaman? I don't know. I never understood the war pick and stuff. Oh, I never noticed that. Look, the war pick and look at the Warhammer drawing. It's like changed its perspective. It like turned like this. That's great. Nice little detail. And whip Indiana Jones, yeah. And the rest is, yeah. I didn't even know the net could be picked up as a weapon. It's not like a throwable item. Someone's got to change that. Okay. Much love and light to y'all. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.